All fans of basketball know who Manute Bol was, the tallest NBA player, the one who came to the States from Sudan and had never forgotten where his roots were. As a person, he was a great mystery all along the way, with its exceptional easiness for people. He left a great legacy, including his 10 children, one of whom is an NBA rookie right now, immense charity work, and his height that will stay in record books for many generations. However, was Manute Bol really that good? Manute Bol spent most of his adult life and career helping his people in Sudan. When he was already seriously ill, he was still working hard for his community, fighting for their rights and building its future educational system. 7 months after his death in 2010, his beloved South Sudan became independent. Nowadays, another Bol is fighting for his place in the world of basketball. Bol, Manute's son, is currently playing for Denver Nuggets after being chosen in a 2019 draft. Although it is just the beginning of his professional career, he is already seen as much more skillful than his late father. And even though with his 7.2 foot, he is not that extremely tall as Manute, he is ready for action and wants to fight for his own name in the world of NBA, just like his father 60 years ago. Hey, if you want to learn some more facts about your favorite players, subscribe to our channel and like it, just to make sure you will not miss any of our other videos and ideas. Manute Bol came to the States thanks to Don Feely, who was his trainer in Sudan and saw the young player's potential. In 1982, he was sent to Cleveland, and there looked after by Kevin Mackey, the main coach in the club. This experienced trainer really wanted to give Bol a chance and wanted to get him to play in the Universal League. This is why he also lowered the player's age. It was quite easy, as Bol himself had no idea when exactly he had been born. They decided to make him 19-year-old, and that entitled Manute to play more. In fact, Mackey knew that Bol was much older, probably even in his 30s. If we do some simple adding, we can easily say that he was quite an old NBA player. His greatest asset was his height. Manute Bol came from Dinka tribe, which is known in the world mainly thanks to exceptional heights of its members. His grandfather was even taller than Manute himself, as he was 7.10, whereas Bol, the basketball player, was 7.7. This is why, quite naturally, when Manute joined the army, he joined the basketball team as well, and it was there that he was spotted by the before-mentioned Don Feely. His early childhood did not involve any proper education, as he looked after the family cattle. In Sudan, it was the main source of income for the people, as animals stood for currency in that area. His engagement in sport in the upcoming years and his emigration to the States gave his relatives a chance for a better life, and often that was the main motor for Manute Bol's engagement in the game. He wanted to make the money to be able to send it to his people and help them develop the area, as well as fight for a better life in the future. He came to America without any knowledge of English. He could not speak it and had terrible problems with reading as well. That made it impossible for him to become a lawful citizen of Cleveland State and made him play in other places. Bol was a sensation when he was playing in the league. People were admiring his incredible height, and everybody wanted to shake his hand, as he had been working hard on his language skills. After some time, he was able to talk to his fans, and he truly enjoyed it. At the same time, newspaper reporters wanted his photos next to their interviewers. His legend was growing, but mainly outside the basketball court, like the one with him killing a lion with a spear. Due to his posture, many believed that it had actually happened back in Sudan. Bol himself admitted at some point that it was a story made up with his friend and was happy to spread it just because everyone wanted to speak to him. Unfortunately, when it comes to playing basketball, his legend was not that great. He had big problems with stopping his opponents, as together with his height, he was also quite skinny. His weight was just a little over 200 pounds, what gave him not that much power in confrontations with other players. His biggest successes came in defense, as he was able to block much more than his teammates. As a rookie, he had 5 blocks per game, what gave him the second highest blocking in the whole history of NBA. And that success will stay with him forever. His beginnings in the NBA were also not extremely successful. Not being able to play for Cleveland, Bol decided to take part in the 1983 NBA draft. It was hard for someone that new not only to the game itself, but also to the country and culture. However, the San Diego Clippers gave him a chance and chose him in the 5th round. Unfortunately for the player and for the team, NBA annulled that decision, and that left Manute without an NBA or NCAA contract. Despite this difficult experience, he did not give up and started playing for Bridgeport University. It was not the most outstanding performance, yet still he managed to get the average of 22.5 points with 7.1 blocks per game. The audiences loved him, He was natural with fans and everybody wanted to see him in action. That pushed Bol to try again, and he took part in another draft, what took him straight to the Washington Bullets. Such a step made a huge difference for Manute, as he became the first NBA player born in Africa and the tallest player in history. Thanks to this decision, Bol was able to help his family back in Sudan, and that is the thing that made him a really happy man. Throughout the years, Manute played almost exactly the same, not being highly outstanding. His main successes came from dunks and blocks. However, the latter started to be more and more seldom further in his career. At some point, he had the chance to find his strong point, as he was able to score 6 threes in one half during a game in Philadelphia against Phoenix. On this day, the 3rd of March 1993, a lot of people were asking one question: why hadn't he started training such shots much earlier and become the Stretch 5? An incredible nickname for this incredible guy. This shows that he definitely had his moments and maybe much more could have been done. While playing in DC, he met another interesting NBA player, George Murson. Those two have been the most extraordinary teammates in the history of the league. It was also the Golden State where he ended his career as the NBA player. Last year he played for Miami, Philadelphia, Washington. Once again admired for his outstanding height, but with average results at a level of 2.6 points, 1.3 assists, 3.3 blocks per game, and 4.2 rebounds. He will always be remembered for his height and the ability to reach really high, and he's the only player who had more blocks than points in his career. However, fans will remember him as the one who was always ready to talk to them. Of course, at the time when he learned some English, a person interesting to watch as well as to talk with. He appeared on many covers and gave countless interviews along the way. His teammates loved him for his easiness and a warm approach to everyone he met. Charles Barkley, who played with Bol in Philadelphia, was his great friend and once said that if the world was full of people similar to Manute Bol, that would definitely be the place he wanted to live in. There is no doubt that Bol's greatest asset when it comes to basketball was his height, and that attracted the attention of the world of basketball. His skills were rather average, but he was able to fight his way to the league and play among the best. However, all the things he did thanks to his fame and money make him an exceptional person on the whole. He continually tried and worked on improving the situation in Sudan. Bol created the Ring True Foundation, which main point was to help Sudanese refugees. Despite his financial problems connected with alcohol and gambling, he was doing his best to be able to donate funds to Sudan. After he finished his professional career, he took part in many other projects, such as one-day hockey involvement or a celebrity boxing night, just to raise more money for the cause. He fought for it till the day he died, and that is, and always will be, his greatest legacy. Maybe not the most skillful basketball player, but a great man. If you want to find out more about your favorite players, subscribe to our planets and like it. We are coming back with more news soon.